Welcome to Bain Family Pork Farm. Hi, I'm Pat Bain. I'm a fourth generation livestock farmer here in McLean County near Aerosmith. I operate this farm with my four brothers, and we've been in the livestock business all my life. I graduated from the University of Illinois with a degree in animal science. I'd like to give you a look at our livestock farm now. Before we can go into our livestock farm, we first need to take a shower so that we don't carry in any disease problems to our herd. We have a very healthy herd, and we like it to keep it that way. Let's go take a look. Okay, we're in the farm. We've followed the rules to get into the farm, which is we can't be around other pigs for 48 hours, and we have to shower in and put on the farm's clothes. This is so we don't bring in health problems to the pigs we have here. Okay, now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how much we care for our animals and what we do to make them as comfortable as possible. We spend a lot of time and energy to make sure the animals are comfortable 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And part of that are with the controls that we use. The rooms the animals are in are ventilated by fans and heaters in the wintertime and cooling in the summertime. And we use controls such as this one here to take care of that and make sure the fans and the heaters and the cooling all work together. Another part of this is that it has an alarm system, so if there's a failure in one of the fans or a heater, so the temperature is not comfortable for the animals, I get a phone call and I have to come fix the problem. So the animals are always monitored, and we're always sure that they're comfortable and taken well care of. I want to also point out to you part of the cooling, which I think people would be surprised about, is that we have evaporative cooling to cool the animals in the summertime. Pigs can't sweat, they don't have a very good natural cooling mechanism, so we have to cool the air. This is an evaporative cooler, which is just a cardboard pad that gets soaked with water, and the fans pull the air out of the room, forcing it to come in through the pad and dropping the temperature. The temperature can be about 95 outside. It'll stay about 81, 82 in the room. Now I want to talk a little bit about the pigs themselves. We are a sow farm, which means we raise the babies. And even more than that, we are a specialized sow farm. We do genetic selection to raise the best females we can, and those females are to be sold to other farms to be good mothers on their farms as well. So here's an example of a mother. These pigs were just born today. Besides caring for the animals themselves, part of our duty is to keep track of the information on all the animals. So we use a software program on my computer here at the farm to keep track of all the information, such as when the animals were bred, when they will farrow or have their babies, how many babies they had, and all that information, and it helps us take care of them even better. That's a quick look at our pig farm. I want to thank you for coming to the Ag Educational Exhibit sponsored by the Farm Bureau at our McLean County Fair. And if you have any questions about agriculture in McLean County, ask a McLean County farmer. Thank you for coming to the fair, and have a great day.
I'm Lori Fitzgerald. I'm part of Neubauer Farms, which is located at Shirley, Illinois, which is right outside Bloomington. I was raised on a family farm that was started like over 100 years ago, and we've always had cattle on the farm. These are purebred Angus and Red Angus cattle that my sister Connie and I are involved with. Neubauer Farms, like I said, raise registered or purebred cattle. Those are registered Angus, black Angus, and then you see the red Angus back here also. And by purebred, we mean these are cattle that are going to be used for breeding cattle. They're going to be used as to go on into other people's herds as mother cows. We also produce bulls that'll be sold to commercial cattlemen to be used as breeding bulls. And we really select for good genetics. These cattle, we want them to be good growing cattle, cattle that do well on grass or on grain. That's very plentiful around Illinois. And so we sell them to other people to try to advance their genetics in their herd. These cattle are kept on a pasture in the summer whenever we can. It's a nice way to use some rough ground that can't be used around this area for crop production. It might be too rough, too rolling, too rocky. Lots of a creek going through this pasture, so couldn't use it for regular farm production. So it's a nice way to use the resources around us to raise a product. Cattle are great recyclers. Cattle are ruminants. They have a 4-compartment stomach. They can take grass and break that down and actually, produce something. They can produce either a nice big calf. They can sustain themselves, and so they're great recyclers of the resources we got around us. I'm married to Jack Fitzgerald, is my husband. He's involved in the grain commodity business. We have 4 kids, Megan, Cale, Brock, and Paige. 3 of them are involved in the 4-H fair here in McLean County. We're showing cattle, and we're also showing hogs in 4-H. So we'll be busy at the county fair here with black Angus cattle. And my sister is in Logan County showing red Angus cattle. So have fun at the fair, enjoy yourselves, and make sure you visit all the livestock and learn what's grown in our county.
Why are all the cattle bunched up into a small pen out in the pasture? I'm Darren Hefty with today's Ag Minute. It's called rotational grazing, and many ranchers are turning to rotational grazing as a way to get more out of their pasture and get better regrowth on their grass. The way it works is ranchers will pen up the cattle in one portion of the pasture, and then every day or every few days they will move them from one pen to the next. They'll let them graze on a certain area of the pasture. They'll graze it pretty hard, but they'll only graze on it for a day or two, and then they're moving them into the next section. This allows for regrowth of that pasture because they'll keep the cattle out of that section again for maybe another week or two. And while it may not seem like a big deal early in the spring, once you get into the summer and the weather gets hotter and drier, this makes a big deal for the grass and for the cattle that are grazing it. With today's Ag Minute, I'm Darren Hefty.
I'm Jerry Hoffman. My wife Carol and I live here at rural Danvers. We have 5 children, all of which were active in McLean County 4-H. We now have 10 grandchildren. 2 of our grandchildren are alumni of the 4-H program. We currently have 6 grandchildren that are exhibiting at the McLean County Fair. And sheep is their main project. They show Hampshire and Southdown sheep. We have about 25 Hampshire ewes, and we have about 35 Southdown ewes. We have these sheep primarily for market lamb production. We keep some of our breeding stock for replacements. We sell some lambs for other 4-H'ers and FFA members to show. And then also our grandchildren exhibit these sheep. I have farmed in the McLean County area most of my life. And for 10 years, I worked at the driver license facility in Bloomington, but I'm retired from that now, and I've also basically retired from farming. We have just 40 acres where we live, and that's where we keep and maintain the sheep. And we raise a little corn, a little oats, alfalfa hay, and pasture. And it makes a good project for us in our retirement, and also allows our grandkids to have a place to keep their sheep and to maintain a 4-H project, which has been very important to our family over the years. It's nice visiting with you today. Hope to see you at the McLean County Fair, and hope all the 4-H'ers good luck with their exhibits. Bye now.
Hi, I'm Richard Struker, and this is my wife, Karina. Along with her, we have 5 children, and we are McLean County dairy producers. We have a herd of 90 cows, and we use a lot of McLean County forages to feed our cows. And we use feed from Gibson City, dry distillers. We get feed from corn that's locally grown, and corn silage, and also hay.
We're a family-run farm. We have 5 children, and they all help out on the dairy. They do chores in the afternoon. My husband and I milk cows in the morning, and we do have a part-time guy who comes in the afternoon. But we're definitely family-run, and the kids really enjoy being outside.
We've been dairying here in Illinois for approximately 10 years now. We started out on a rented facility in Canada originally. That's where I'm originally from. And then we moved to California, where we milked quite a few more cows on a rented facility. And then 10 years ago, we moved to Illinois for more opportunity to own our own place. I grew up on a farm, but basically we started here from scratch. And we've come a long ways here, and we made this our home, and we want to expand here and milk more cows too. Cows give approximately 8 gallons of milk per day, and they're milked twice a day here at our farm. In our background, our cows are housed in a freestall barn with sand bedding. We use sand because it's most comfortable for the cows. Our cows are all black and white Holsteins. We use the bulls, as you can see, to breed our cows. We do sell our milk to Prairie Farms Dairy, and the milk currently goes to Peoria. So if you go to your local grocery stores and pick up a Prairie Farms milk jug, you might just get our milk.